Alrighty, so this is going to be the first video that I do with Bon in geared PvP. Unfortunately, we're already in Champ 1 on ungeared for the week. I don't want to mess around with it too much because obviously being in Champ 1 is going to give you a lot of bots, and on top of that, I would like to place in Champ 1 for the week so I can get extra gems. The big thing about this team, this is another team that I seen Devo use, which I thought was kind of interesting, is the fact that Traitor Meli's passive wants you to use single target abilities, so that way you gain damage reduction stacks, will help Bon quite a bit because this team is all single target focused, except for Meli's AoE card, of course. But honestly, I think it could work out kind of nice, just stacking up some damage reduction stacks, kind of tanking a little bit heavier. You have damage reduction on Bon's passive already, which is going to be applied to both of these characters because they're 7 deadly sins. We have Saria Link on Meli and everything to try to get some more debuffs off. I think it could be pretty good overall. So I have really good CC on this team actually. I did change everybody to HP defense. I do have an attack crit damage set for Bon at the moment, but I might just try out both of those sets later on to sort of see which one I think is better, because I do want to have like a what kind of gear should you put on Bon kind of video, but I'm just not 100% sure at the moment. If you're new to the channel or anything like that, feel free to subscribe. We are on the road to 15,000 subs, which would be super awesome. This is a top tier Guild Wars player, and I'm assuming a bot because of the CC. So let's try to get a little bit of damage out here turn 1. Let's double single target and just try to build up some Meli stacks. We'll go ahead and put the Bond debuff on, and then we can try to use it next turn to whittle down the Diane, hopefully. Actually, really good damage there from the Pierce card. We might actually be able to just like one-shot her with Bond next turn. I'm not 100% sure on that, but hey, it is what it is. We do have... I haven't used Traitor Meli in PvP in quite a while, but, he does have an Amplify card, and we might potentially be able to build up a good amount of stacks with these single targets and just do some decent damage with him, I hope. I'm not 100% sure how well he's going to do damage dealing-wise, but we should hopefully be able to stack up quite a bit of those passives. Let's go for the AoE into one of these old single targets here, so that way we can make sure to build up the stack. So bam, decent damage on the Pierce card. Level 2 snipe, can we kill? Ooh, really good actually, 333. Getting some decent damage out on the Meli there. He does have true magic on at this point, so he's got that going for him. He can be stat lowered, so we're putting on a couple of attack-related stat lowers. Not going to be anything too groundbreaking because these are like, what, 3%? Maybe 2%? I'm not 100% sure on that. It's one or the other. So nothing wild. Tanking the Diane. Very, very good. Let's we'll put up another stance because this one should be out after this turn. Still tanking very well. Awesome. Kind of a weird team that he was using, just in general. Like, I don't know what it is with the Sins teams lately, but they are on the uptrend for some reason because of that, I guess, rule that we had. I don't have the combo for Bon, unfortunately, so I think I might try to push for his ultimate anyway, and we can go for just max card draw here. He doesn't have the ultimate in hand this turn, so I don't have to worry about it too much yet, but we can just try to get some decent damage off. Actually, that's not doing too bad at all. Could this kill? Ooh, it does. Okay. We're actually looking pretty good. 6/6 Escanar. No Bon debuff cards, unfortunately. So we do have to worry about that a little bit. The ultimate's definitely not as good without those debuffs, so that we do have to worry about that a little bit. I'm not sure if the dog barking is going to get through to the video with the like noise suppression and stuff that I put on it, but if you hear the dogs, apologies for that. Sorry. Sorry, the one behind me is going to start squeaking too. he doesn't bark a whole lot. He just squeaks, which is very annoying. But I love him so much. Either way, let's ult into the AoE into the Diane card because we have a lot of damage reduction or damage dealt stacks on. I'm going to try to make sure he doesn't bark. Really good damage there, almost 600k, still 1/6 big chillin'. That actually kills both of them because of the last Final Flame stack. Ooh. Honestly, so far, kind of cool. I actually kind of like it. Let's do another one. Alright, we have a demon team, so this one's probably going to give me quite a bit more issues. His CC is quite low, though. And unfortunately, with this team, I don't think I have a lot of like potential to turn 1 kill, just because I don't have the most debuffs. So let's go for the stance. We'll get, I think, just a little bit of damage out on the Estarossa. We'll set up for the next turn kill, hopefully. Meli has my Sariel link on, so I do kind of have to be wary about that. I need to make sure that I'm using at least some of his skills sometimes, so that way I can try to stack the Sariel debuffs on. Pulling extra Bond Pierce cards is always welcome. I really like his Pierce card, actually. Even if I don't have the follow-up, I think this card does a good enough amount of damage on its own, plus it puts the crit chance lower on them, that I'm just in love with it. I think it's a really good card. Don't have any sort of infect or anything, so he's probably going to be able to Tarmiel Link a little bit. He already has the debuff on, so I'm going to try to play it like this and hope that it works out for me. I'm not 100% sure how much damage we're going to do, but this is a level 1. Let's see it. Ooh, looking good. 229. Not bad at all. Okay, okay. So far, I mean, he's doing good enough damage. He might just be one of those characters that just does inherently better in geared PvP. Like, some characters just aren't really as good in ungeared, you know what I mean? No follow-up card for Bond, no snipe, but we do have good Pierce cards, at the very least. We did pull another Deanne stance, which is very nice. Would love to keep putting on some damage reduction stacks. We only have 2 at the moment, but, man, you can see the Deanne tanking quite well. Dude, actually really well. Ooh, he's got the Demon Chandler in the back. I can respect that, honestly. I'm honestly not too worried about the Chandler, or the what's his name? Zeldris? I'm not too worried about the Zeldris, whatchamacallit, the Zeldris ultimate. So just in case he would merge with the Meli, I'm not going to try to remove his ultimate. Level 3 Pierce card. 151's not insane, but honestly still good enough damage to where I'm not going to complain about it. I mean, it is a level 3, so you kind of want it to do more than that, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, hitting the Deanne a little bit, nothing too crazy. Using the ult. Luckily, he doesn't have true magic. He will cleanse off the disable that he has on his Meli whenever he attacks with Meli right here. So, luckily, this isn't going to do a whole lot of damage, but the following turn could potentially be problematic. He does lose the Mark of Concentration that we had on him as well, which is probably the worst part about this. So let's ult, and then just finish him off with Deanne. At the very least, we'll remove his ultimate. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of debuffs out right now, so... Okay, still 500k. Power Strike on the ultimate is so good. Like, even low levels, ultimate with Power Strike, actually insane. So, this kill Chandler, actually? I think this kills Chandler. Boom. Yeah, nice. Honestly, kind of liking this team, too. This team's actually kind of fun. I think... I hate to say, I think Bond just breeds innovation. I think you have to do something a little bit out of the ordinary to make him, like, fun and interesting, which is kind of cool. Alrighty. Ooh, okay, so we have another demon team. We do out CC. He's got quite a bit more CC than the last guy did, so I'm not going to expect anything too crazy. Tarm on Meli. No Tarm at all. Okay, very interesting play. We have an extra... whatchamacallit, stance card, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about him getting through the Deanne, especially if we can get rid of Estarossa early. Which, I mean, honestly, I think trying to play both of the cards in the same turn, like, it's definitely a viable strategy, but setting it up to where they're not going to be able to do as much damage because it lowers their crit chance, and then following up on the next turn, I think is really nice, especially if you can pull like an extra set of the combo, for example. So if you can put the Pierce card out, and then you already have a Snipe card ready to go, and then you pull an extra Pierce and an extra Snipe, then you can potentially just double combo in one turn, which is really cool to think about. let's go for the attack, and then we'll start whittling down the melee, I think. We'll see how this goes. Does this kill? Does not kill, actually. Okay. I really should have targeted more. That might be an issue. He might actually kill my DN here because of my mistake. That level 1 snipe card, not incredibly impressive. The damage multipliers, like the damage percentages on his cards, like the level 1s, are not very good. Like this one's 180. I want to say the other one's 150 if I'm not mistaken. Not 100% sure on that, of course, so don't hold me to it, but I know that they're both pretty low. So there is that to worry about, unfortunately. This might be this is going to be a risky play, but I'm willing to do it just to kind of experiment a little bit. We're going to put 2 more stacks on melee from the single targets here. Hopefully get some decent damage out on the melee. Do we kill? Don't quite kill, unfortunately. And then I'm hoping because of the Amplify, we kill the Estarossa. We do. So that kind of works out. That's going to lower some of the basic stats and stuff like that he has. Zeldris Ultimate's not really that worrisome. I only have 1 debuff on at the moment. If he were to infect first, which he's not, he could potentially get more damage out on my 2 main characters here, but not a big deal. I don't think this is going to be too crazy. Follow-up cards are a bit more worrisome because he's got True Magic right here. AoE, definitely killing off the Zeldris there. We actually merge into Meli's Ultimate. Wait, actually, do I? Can't you only have... No, it's only 4 cards with 1 character, so I do actually pull the ultimate here. So that actually worked out quite nicely. Go ahead and put this on, and then we'll ult. Take a little bit of his damage reduction off. Ah, does this kill, though? I did pull an extra copy of him on the banner. He's 5/6 now. It's a big ultimate. Nice. 637. I was actually kind of expecting more, to be honest, but he's over a year old at this point. He's like a year and a half old. So, kind of getting a little dated. Either way, moving on. Alrighty. Last match of the video here. He's actually using the, whatchamacallit, skin. The Lancelot skin, which is kind of cool. I'm assuming he might be more free to play. Unfortunately, it really bothers me that you can be champ 1 like I am and go up against a player who is in champ 5. Like in ungeared PvP, it's champ 5s against champ 5s. You know, you have to be on the same playing field, which I think is very fair. But in geared, it's kind of like, hey, you can be a whale on the very top of your rank and fight people who are just getting into the rank and don't know what they're up against just yet, which is a little dumb in my opinion, a little stupid. This is quite an interesting team. I also do want to try out Festival Gother because he puts on a lot of debuffs turn 1. He could potentially be the key to one-shot turn 1ing with Bon, which I think could be kind of cool. So putting on the Pierce card. I don't know how this is going to go just yet, but let's put a Pierce on. Let's use the concentration. He's not the strongest team I've ever seen, so I think that's going to kill. And then, obviously, just in case, we'll throw this out as well. So that'll give us an extra damage reduction stack on top of things. So this should kill, hopefully. Does not kill. 194, okay. Ooh, does not kill. Disables my melee. Okay. Interesting. I'm hopeful then, at the very least, because I had a good amount of debuffs on, I'm hopeful that his Bond won't be able to one-shot my DN as well. At the very least. I feel like I keep saying that over and over again. Yeah, wow. That damage is... You know what I mean? A little bit going out there from Deanne. She does get her ultimate, which is quite troublesome. I'm gonna remove it this turn because my melee is disabled, and I don't necessarily know that I can push for kill this turn. So let's just remove it. we'll set up for next turn. I do have combo on top of a level 3. No, couldn't be me. It's fine. We get another ult removal. I'm hoping... odds are low. He does have a stance, of course. Odds of me killing the DN with the bomb, probably not good. I was about to say, he hasn't used his... Oh no, that's gonna disable that. I can't remove ultimates anymore. Okay, that's not good. I was gonna do the combo into... Do I attack with Meli first? Even though... Even though I would get more stacks on Meli's Amplify like this, or by doing it the other way, I wanted to put on the Sariel debuffs, so... That's the train of thought that I'm in. Don't think I'm just being stupid, which it's very possible that I'm being stupid. I don't know. Disabling our Bon. I don't know that we can tank both of these ultimates, but hey, we're going to have to see, of course. We also have 2 really good ultimates on the backswing, so if he doesn't kill me, it all depends on this. Really good. Really impressive, actually. Good game. All right, well, I mean, I'm not going to complain. I mean, hey, we almost went 5 for 5. I'm glad that we were actually able to get beaten. So that way it's not just like a completely unrealistic showcase. Props to him. I do definitely want to try out the Festival Gother. Seems like it could be a lot of fun. So we might do that next set of matches, or next video. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the Bond content. I know he's not like incredibly impressive or anything, but hey, we're just trying out some fun and interesting teams with him just to see kind of what we can do, because obviously brand new character and he's a festival and everything. I just kind of want to get some use out of him, and I think that he's a pretty fun unit in general. So yeah, thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already and you made it all the way to the end of the video. Much appreciated. I will talk to you guys later. See you in the next video.